Perhaps the fate of the McCain-Palin campaign lies in the hands of a power much greater than America's constitutionally designated democracy. In fact, your votes may not matter at all. Your prayers, however, that's a whole different ball of wax. And our number one story in the countdown, Sarah Palin, messenger and messiah. The governor in June of this year addressing a graduating class of students at her one-time church, the Wasilla Assembly of God. Here she recalls how one pastor set the stage for her to win the gubernatorial election.
He's praying, Lord, make a way, Lord, make a way. And I'm thinking, this guy is really bold. He doesn't even know what I'm going to do. He doesn't know what my plans are. And he's praying not, oh, Lord, if it be your will, may she become governor or whatever. No, he just prayed for it. He said, Lord, make a way and let her do this next step.
Just like voters in the presidential election. This begs the question, of course, why bother? If you want to get something done, ask the Lord. He or she probably doesn't have much else to worry about besides oil pipelines.
I think God's will has to be done in unifying people and companies to get that gas line built. So pray for that. Meanwhile, for the past 6 years, Ms. Palin has been praying at the Wasilla Bible Church, which is now my mic now open? Yeah, for the last 6 years, Ms. Palin has been praying at the Wasilla Bible Church, which is now promoting a seminar that will turn, it says, gay people into straight people. According to the brochure, you'll be encouraged by the power of God's love and his desire to transform the lives of those impacted by homosexuality. Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. For the record, the governor has not made any public statement about the Pray Away the Gay movement, nor yet about the report tonight from the former pastor there and a fellow parishioner that worshipers not only believe in the rapture and that Governor Palin has spoken of Alaska as being a refuge for that supposed lifting up of those true believers, but also that they speak in tongues, in other words, in words or sounds neither they nor anybody else understand. Kind of like Fox News. I'm joined now by Rachel Maddow, or should I say I'm joining Rachel Maddow. We're here on the new set. Well, that's it. All right. It's the set of your new show in anticipation of the debut of her conveniently titled NewsHour, The Rachel Maddow Show.
Hi, Keith.
How are you?
Thank you for coming over here. It's nice to see you.
Near my office. Should we be terrified?
You know, I think that a lot of people's religious beliefs seem terrifying or creepy or unknowable or whatever from outside the faith. That's why our founding fathers had this brilliant idea to say that government can't interfere in religion. Because when you're looking at somebody else's religion from outside, it often seems alarming. What Sarah Palin believes religiously isn't really any of our business. What she needs to be asked about, what we need to figure out whether it's worth worrying about, is whether she thinks that God is directing her public policies, whether she believes in the separation of church and state, whether she believes that she has been elected to public office in order to do the will of her religion, and if God is speaking through her, then I think there's cause to worry.
Well, we just had one of those presidents, and it hasn't worked out so well.
Yeah.
But this, listening to her, and this doesn't just apply to the tape we just saw, but this throughout the 10 days of Sarah Palin. She's Elmer Gantry. She's Amy Semple McHockey Mom. Which group is larger, do you think? You have any idea? Do we have any idea? Those who will look at those tapes, whose eyes will then roll back in their heads, and in tongues they will say, I like this woman,
yeah, or
this candidate, or Americans who will then shout a three-word question beginning with what the?
Well, we are one of the most religious countries in the world in terms of the privately held religious beliefs of our citizens. But we are also not that psyched about extremism. Extremism of any kind, particularly religious extremism, particularly in this world. So I think having faith is seen as a nice thing to know about a person who's running for office. Of course, there's no religious test for office, but Americans think that says something nice about your character and what kind of person you are. But if you believe that God is directing troop movements in Fallujah, I think that Americans, by and large, will react with the what the reaction rather than the neato reaction to that.
Is it not safe to say, and I mean absolutely no disrespect to the belief in God, in fact, it's quite to the contrary, some of these things that are addressed to her deity, doesn't he, she, or it have better things to do?
And if God really is working on this stuff, wouldn't God be better at it than God has apparently been? I mean, if God prefers Sarah Palin's specific Alaska pipeline idea, why hasn't construction started? You think that God could just like zip, zip, you know?
That's the theory, anyway.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing from this church. What about this converting gay people into heterosexuals? Where does that actually stand on the list of good idea, bad idea in the public persona at this point, in this advanced stage of our civilization?
I think that being gay may be caused by any number of different things.
Okay.
I can pretty much assure you that not praying enough isn't one of the things that causes the gay. I feel like, nobody's a total authority on the subject, but I don't think that's what does it. When you say that you can pray away the gay, what that does is it terrorizes gay people, and it makes people who hate gay people feel better about hating gay people, because really all they're doing is hoping for this salvation, which could be so easily achieved by just the right titrated amount of prayer. I don't know if you try to pray away the gay and you pray too much, what becomes of you after that. But
David Duchovny.
Sure.
You go. That's too much of that. You get too much of that pray.
They've got services for that as well. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. All right, look. Let's. I'm going to spend the last minute of the show promoting your series. What's coming up on your show, Rachel?
Oh, well, thank you for asking, Mr. Olbermann.
Apart from these hypnotizing graphics that make everybody stay and
Doesn't
watch.
it look like you might win me in roulette?
Or you're or somehow I'm thinking the British flag. I don't know why.
Oh yeah,
right,
I can see that. Well, this guy on our network scored an interview with Barack Obama.
Oh, him.
So we're going to be talking a little bit about the Barack Obama interview.
You're starting with that guy?
Yeah.
He's won way too much.
We've also got some weird news tying T-ball. Yesterday was the 7th and final T-ball game of the Bush administration, tying T-ball to the Iraq War and some of the unfinished business between the Bush administration and the Pentagon.
This is the Joint Chiefs of Staff T-ball league, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay, great.
They needed a third base coach. They knew where to look. We've got Bishop T.D. Jakes, who is a megachurch pastor, going to be joining us to talk about some of these issues about Sarah Palin's religiosity in government. And I think that the Democrats are leaving some low-hanging fruit on the vine in terms of electoral opportunities. We're going to be talking about them screwing up in Congress. There's a lot to get to.
And then what are you going to do tomorrow night and the rest of the year and then the year after that? What are you going to do? Have you thought about that at all? Okay, no to answer that question.